Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. I've been busy working on the game and I want to share some of the progress with you. Let's go right into it. NPC and character animations. So the biggest update is with animations. I finally managed to bring animations into the NPCs and the main characters. I actually found a free pack with over 1500 mocap animations, and honestly this is a game changer. Here's an example. You can see one of the pilots just vibing to some music. Right now, both players in the airplane have their base animations. It looks good, but the problem is they move a little too perfectly in sync. I'll fix that later by creating different variations so it feels more natural. Mission Director and Tech Specialist. Another exciting step, I added a Mission Director. She's the character who gives the briefing before each mission. She will always be the one telling you what's coming next. And be honest, isn't she kind of cool? The animation is still a bit awkward since I had to adapt it, but in the future I might even try recording my own mocap to improve it. And in the same room I added a tech specialist. This guy will give players extra support during missions, so they don't feel lost. Kind of like the tech brain behind the operation. Lightning fix. Now here's a problem I had since day one. The characters always looked super shiny. Unreal has this default high adaptation system where brightness changes depending on dark or light areas. It sounds good, but honestly it looked really buggy. So I disabled that system and adjusted the sunlight and exposure manually. Check out the before and after. I think it feels way more realistic now. Shadows react properly when the characters move through different zones. And overall, it just looks better for gameplay. Mission briefing screens. This is something I really enjoyed working on. During the mission briefing, while the director explains things,
Blah 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 blah.
I added 3 big screens that show key information. The first screen shows the map, with a quick animation of the plane arriving and the country's flag. The second screen previews the level, giving the player a sense of what to expect. And the third screen shows the mission target, whether it's rescuing someone, disabling something dangerous, or preventing a big disaster. This structure will repeat for every mission, and I think it makes the start of each mission feel immersive and cinematic. Interaction system. Another step forward, I added a text system that shows when you reach certain trigger areas, basically telling you what to do next. I'm still deciding if I will keep it this way or if I will turn it into a mission tracker or in the corner of the screen. Even more important, I added a new interaction button. Now, when the character approaches something, like a door, a switch or a parachute, you will see a button icon and text so you know exactly how to interact. The idea is before jumping from the airplane, the player will need to grab a parachute and a helmet. Right now this only works for player 1, which is a big problem. Player 2 needs to have the exact same functions. That's one of my next big goals to fix. Airplane gate and animations. Since interactions are working, the player can now open the airplane gate before jumping. The ramp animation works, but honestly it feels too slow. What do you think? Should I make it faster? Let me know in the comments. Later, I also want to add proper end animation so the characters actually reach for the button when they press it. Voice and localization tests. I also started doing some voice tests. I tried adding audio and interface in Brazilian Portuguese since my goal is to release the game in both English and Portuguese. I will drop a quick example so you can hear how it sounds.
Agente, bem-vindo à tua primeira missão oficial. Sei que estavas à espera de algo em grande. Talvez uma operação de infiltração ou um resgate de alto perfil. Sucata instável, fumos tóxicos e passagens estreitas. Um passo em falso e as coisas podem tornar-se perigosas rapidamente.
Stable scrap metal toxic fumes, and narrow passages. One wrong move, and things could get dangerous fast. Consider this your training ground. Agility, balance, strength, and above all, focus. You'll need to climb, crawl, and
Challenges and next steps. So the main challenges for the next steps are: make player 2 have the same interaction system as player 1. Optimize the clouds. They look great, but they use way too much processing power. On the high-end PC I notice frame drops near them, and on the Steam Deck it's even worse. I will need to find a better solution to make the clouds more optimized. Add a proper interaction animations for the characters. Add a health system, for example, if you fall from high places, you take damage. And finally, create a mission text system so players always feel like they're progressing. That's pretty much everything for this devlog. It's all step by step, and as you know, making a game isn't easy, but I'm learning as I go, and I think the foundation is starting to feel solid. I'd love to hear your opinion on the updates. What do you think works well, and what needs improvement? If you enjoyed the progress, leave a like, subscribe, and stay with me for the next steps of this project. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next time.